Alright, first of all, before we get started, Kelly Starkey, if you're watching this, today on Story Sundays, I don't wear pretentious glasses, Christmas sticks around a little bit longer, and I'm going to give you the greatest gift I could possibly think of. And it's all happening right now. What's up, everyone? Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving, all those holidays we missed. Welcome to the 15th episode of Story Sundays. I have a very, very special show planned for you today. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. But first, it's story time. So if you've ever followed my Facebook posts or my tweets, at some point or another, I've probably referenced the band, the Airborne Toxic Event. They're one of my favorite bands ever. I love them. After this episode, go check them out because I said so. Now, over the years, I've been very fortunate enough to meet a lot of famous people, but I've never really genuinely been starstruck. This story is about the first time that I was genuinely starstruck, and obviously it has to do with the Airborne Toxic Event. It was October. They were playing a show at First Avenue, and it was my 5th time seeing them, and I was super excited to be able to go. And I had turned my roommate, Scott, kind of into a fan of theirs, and it was his first concert, because he's more of a DJ person. So we decided to get there ridiculously early, like an hour and a half early. Before the doors opened, that is. And we were the first people in line, go figure. And all of a sudden, I happened to be looking at the other side of the building of First Avenue, and I could have sworn that I saw the lead singer, Mikkel, loading things into a car, probably some luggage or something. And so I looked at Scott and I said, "Scott, is that Mikkel?" And he looked over and his eyes got huge and he said, "Yeah, I think so." And so automatically, butterflies immediately just started pumping. My adrenaline was going, holy crap, this singer who has written some of my favorite lyrics of all time is standing 10 feet away. I thought I was going to walk up to him, say, "Hey, you're awesome," take a picture with him. That was not the case. So we hopped on a line, the line that we were the only people in, and went over, and Scott was way more cautious than I was, and I walked up to him and I said, "Excuse me," and he looked at me and said, "Yes," and I asked, "Are you Mikkel?" Which is the stupidest question in the world because I obviously knew who he was, but, you know, just in case. And he said, "Yep." And right then was the exact moment when I lost the ability to speak, which is hard to imagine for me. But there he was, standing a foot in front of me. I just couldn't believe it. I was face to face with someone who I deeply admire and have a lot of respect for. So we just kind of looked at each other. Meanwhile, Scott is like so terrified that he's up against the wall of First Ave, like grabbing onto it, not wanting to say anything because he's terrified. And Mikkel looks at us and says, "Are you guys coming to the show tonight?" And at this point, again, I'm flustered because one of my idols has asked me a question. And so I probably very excitedly, like a puppy, said, "Yes." And then we just kind of stood there again. And in my head, I kept saying, "You idiot. Say something. Say how much his songs mean to you. Say you're such a huge fan. Say that you want to take a picture with him. Just say something." And did I? I did not. So he continues loading stuff into this car and then shuts the trunk. And rather than having me stop him, he says, "Well, we'll see you guys in a bit then." And then he gets in the car and leaves. And I am still standing on the sidewalk thinking, oh my God, he talked to me. And then as he's driving away, that's when it hits me. You idiot. You just got completely starstruck. I probably looked like such an idiot just staring at him with this look like I'm some kid who met Santa. It was embarrassing. But they put on a hell of a show, and that kind of made up for it. But man, Nothing will ever replace how stupid I felt being as starstruck as I was. So that's my story about being starstruck. Before we go, I do want to give you one last little present. Now, I might not have the budget that Oprah does, or the enthusiasm of a live crowd that Jimmy Fallon does, or anything like that, but I do sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for watching, and whether this is your first episode, or your 15th episode, or anywhere in between, I do want to give you a thank you for watching, and I have an incredible gift for you. One of my good friends, Doug Justice, is a super fan of this show. You might know him from bands such as Render, Helmet's Not a Chair, or Big Cat Music Squad. He's back with a brand new project called Move Every Mountain, and we are going to hold the world premiere of their new song, Impressions, right now. And if you like what you hear, you can buy the single on iTunes starting December 29th. And now, for the first time ever, here's Move Every Mountain with Impressions. everyone has a phenomenal holiday season. This is our last show of 2014, but we'll see you again quite soon. So until 2015 and our next episode, my name is Matt Schock. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again really soon. It was horribly... Text from Tamara Jurgens. That's my mom. What does she say? I love my gift. Been thinking all night what to do. Ha! Anyways. Kelly Starkey. Sorry, Kelly. I love you. I mean it. You're my favorite.